polymers have got vast application in every field, starting from utensils to clothing, airspace items and to surgical items. They have got vast importance. What is the definition of polymers? Polymer is derived from a Greek word poly. Poly means many and mer means subunits. So in short, we can say that the repeating subunits or monomers which are continuously mixed up to form huge molecule, we call it as polymer. These monomers are repeatedly mixing up. There is a confusion between a polymer and a macromolecule. I want to clear it here. What is the difference between polymer and macromolecule? As already discussed, a polymer is made when monomers are repeatedly mixed up. However, in case of macromolecules, there is no repetition of monomers. There are 2, 3, 4 different subunits are repeatedly mixing up different compounds, different elements or different atoms or subunits. We can say that they are continuously mixing up to form a bigger molecule, that is macro. An example of protein, nucleic acid, starch. Here the subunits are not same. The combined units, smaller units are not repeatedly mixed up. However, in case of protein, we take an example of polymer like nylon 66 or polyethylene, where ethene molecule are continuously mixing up or repeatedly mixing up to form polymers, that is polyethylene. So there is a vast difference between a polymer and a macromolecule. We can say that a polymer can be polymer, also it is a macromolecule, but a macromolecule can never be a polymer. So coming to classification of polymers, we have simply homopolymer and copolymer. In case of homopolymer, the repeating units are same type. They are same type. Let's suppose we take an example of polyethylene, where ethene molecules, ethene monomers are continuously adding up to form through the process of polymerization to form polyethylene, that is like this. Similarly, we have polypropylene. While propyl units are continuously adding up, they are repeatedly adding up to form larger molecule, that is polypropylene. Similarly, we have PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride, where polyvinyl groups are continuously adding up to form a polymer, that is PVC. Now, in case of copolymer, the subunits, the monomers, they are not same. They are of 1, 2 or 3 types. Suppose we take an example of here nylon 66. It is made up of hexamethylene diamine, which is mixing with adipic acid. to form, through the process of polymerization, to form nylon 66 like this. We can say that here OH will remove and here one H will remove. Similarly here it form large chain and OH will remove. Like we can say that it is like this. NH, it is continuously mixing with other molecule, and we have CH2 whole 6 NHCO. Similarly it is continuously mixing with another molecule CH2 whole, and it is a long chain. We call it as nylon 66. Now coming to classification, another classification of polymers. Polymers are broadly classified on the basis of source of availability, second, molecular structure, third, through the process of polymerization they can be classified, and fourth one is chemical forces. What are the chemical forces? And polymers are classified on this basis. Here we can discuss one by one. First we will take source of availability. It means that where we are obtaining the polymer, on that basis we are classifying polymers. First, in this case we have natural polymer. It means that this polymer is obtained from natural sources. In this case we have example of like protein. We have examples of nucleic acid, example of cellulose. It is used for bodybuilding. Heredity characters are done by this at molecular level, and this is used for food as well as shelter. So on this basis we can classify polymer as natural polymer. It is obtained from natural sources like plants or some other natural sources. Second one is semisynthetic polymer. To increase the properties of natural polymer, we are doing little chemical modifications of natural products to give better properties. Like in this case, we have cellulose. We are doing acetylation. In the presence of sulfuric acid as catalyst, it forms cellulose diacetate, which is very good source of natural rayon. Natural rayon, that is one type of a cloth where we obtain a highly costly clothes, but it cannot be directly obtained from natural sources. First we have to do some little modification, but by either adding a functional group or by removing any functional group to obtain this. This was semisynthetic. And third important, and similarly we can give another example, that is vulcanized rubber. Natural rubber is not so much tensile, or it don't have such properties that it could be used everywhere, like in tires or aeroplane tires or some other items. But when we do certain modification of natural rubber, we obtain rubber that is known as vulcanized rubber, which is very much useful on daily basis. And third one is synthetic polymer. This whole polymer is obtained from synthetic sources like labs. This is produced in labs directly, not from natural sources. In this case, we have some other examples like nylon 66 or neoprene, or in this case we can say that we have polyethylene, polypropylene, etc. Thank you for your cooperation.